Hey YouTube, what's up? Long time no see. So this video you're gonna see here is basically just kind of a wrap up of what I've been doing the past few weeks. And you're gonna see where he's saying, well, you know, you can see where I started to make a video and I never finished it. So you'll hear, me saying something like, whatever. But anyway, I'm going to try to blend it all into one short video because honestly, I haven't really done much of anything. I have went and got a few cars. Got a couple more to go get too. But outside of that, it's getting kind of overwhelming around here with all the parts and stuff I've got laying around. And just the struggle to find places to put some of the vehicles. I'm going to start... obviously, I got to get the Capri going. I got to get it out of here. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to start storing some of these parts. Problem is, I buy this stuff and I'll just go throw it anywhere I can. I've got no inventory. I have no idea what I even have. So, I am going to have to do some cleanup. I'm going to have to figure out exactly what do I have. And make some improvements on my filing system. That being said, we're still working on a Capri, but actually, if you can see, the motor's sitting down in it by chain. I ain't got a transmission in it. I've got to jerk the seats out of it in the console and pull the carpet back, and get that shifter and stuff out and get the hole cut out so the T5 will go up in there. T5 is ready to go in there. All I gotta do is just throw my clutch fork in there, slide the transmission in there, and put the cross member in there to hold it in place. We'll be good there. But outside of that, I need to get this thing back together and running. But outside of that, take a look at what I've been doing past few weeks, and we'll wrap it up with what we're gonna do. What's up, YouTube? Jason here, 606 Garage. It's Saturday. It's that time again. We're gonna go after that black Mustang I've been talking about for weeks. There we go. Macy's gonna watch over the place. That's what she always does, her favorite place. Excuse the truck running. As you can see, I just took this old K-member. Man, I cut the front of it off where it sticks out. I Swiss cheese this thing. Now this is solely just to go get something, bring it home. Yep, this is what we're doing. Grab a couple more tires. As you can see, this is just gonna bottom out on the struts. And if you look, I've got it hitting the snubber, so it's not a solid hit, but it's pretty solid. Got my spindles ready with my rotors on them. Now when I get back, I'm gonna cut these off right here and get rid of this disc. I just need the hub part. I'm gonna keep working on this because I plan on using it in the future. I'm gonna trim it down as much as I can to get it even lighter. Then I'm gonna get rid of those razor blade edges where I cut them down last night. But yeah, and I'm gonna fix it to where it only uses 4 bolts to mount in place. There it is. She's home. Sitting right next to the one we got last weekend. This thing is solid as a rock. Now it does have a little rust over in this driver's side quarter. Down there. But man, underneath this car is unbelievable. Even better under the hood. I'm gonna have to fight to get that open to show you guys, but that'll be another day. Interior looks really nice in it. Other than somebody put black seats in the front of it. Not a fan. I wish I had those. Of course, Macy has to assess everything right away. Just an automatic car. If anybody's got one of those steering wheel centerpieces, let me know. I think they put the same ones in some of the F-150s as well. But this will be a fun car to fool with. It will just get a motor and a transmission for me, subframe connectors and Torx box connectors. I'll show you a little bit more goodies, another incentive why I bought this car. Alright, this thing also has Lakewood drag struts for the front. Got the 5-lug SN95 spindles. They're the 94-95 model ones. Oh, what else we got? You know, typical hatch won't hold up. Hang on. We got adjustable lower control arms, adjustable upper control arms, Stifler's cross member. You know, just front disc brakes also for a 95. So we got everything to do the 5-lug swap for the front. And you know, just the struts, the control arms, the SN95 spindles, and brake calipers. That's worth a little something. It also came with a what I would consider to be a low miles 95 model disc brake rear end. So really all you'd have to do is get the relocation brackets. Now you can cut these and put these on and flip them. It's really not ideal. I did it on one rear end. I wasn't impressed with it. But they sell relocation brackets that are nice, is what my recommendation. It is a 273 posi, but like the tubes are still almost raw steel. They're not eat up with rust or nothing. So all in all, for as solid a car as that is, well, you can't beat that. What do you think about it, Macy? Our K member worked out just great. I've got another cross member actually set to the side for this car out of a 91 Mustang. They are a lot different. They're a lot lighter than the older cross members. This car will be a budget car. If we get around to it, it's gonna have to be one of those deals where I ain't gotta spend a lot of time on it. She's not getting paint. It's not actually even getting the 5-lug conversion. That one is. It's not getting the adjustable upper and lower control arms. Cherry Bomb is. That rear end will not go in this car. I have, you know, I'm gonna build one for this. I've got a Ford Explorer motor up there. I'm gonna put a set of valve springs in it and slide a B camshaft in it. Throw a 4-barrel intake on it. Made it up to a T5. Put a set of pedals in it. Put her together. And I'm gonna run I'm actually gonna run the turbine wheels on this car. I really think I was wanting to put welds on it awful bad, but well, we'll leave that up in there. We'll see what happens when the time comes. So me and Macy, we're calling it a day. We gotta unload some more stuff and get ready for the week coming. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me, putting up with all these antics. You know, I actually enjoy going and getting these cars more than I do working on them, obviously, because I don't work on them anymore. What's up, fellas, ladies? Here we are again. It's gonna be whatever. Just drug this thing home. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. All right, so what I got, the 1980 Capri. Pretty solid old car for the most part. It's had some patchwork done on it, but apparently they were making a race car out of it. But what it's got, the aluminum front and rear bumpers, which is a plus. It has a new power steering rack. Now, they put a Mustang front end on it, unfortunately, but it's a good one. It's got the Mustang hood and it's got the big scoop on it. Been alright if they haven't put pins in it, but it is what it is. I mainly bought this car for the taillights. Has good taillights, has a good rear bumper, decent hatch. The quarters look really good. These are hard to find. The doors open perfect. It's got a matching set of door panels in it. It's got a broken console that come out of something else, but it's got a tilt column, and it's the early tilt column. Has that chrome Grant steering wheel on it. That's gonna go. I like it, but it's gonna go. They've already robbed the pedals. The dash really ain't much good. It's got one little broken place over by the radio that I noticed. But it does got the cover for the bottom. You know, for the most part, I'm actually pretty satisfied with everything on this car. Factory sunroof car. But I'm gonna jerk the steering column out, take the doors out. The doors are in really good shape. Man, they're solid as can be too. I don't know what these seats come out of, but I'm gonna tell you, she's a Flintstone car. I say the car is solid. It isn't underneath. Macy. All right, Macy's gonna try to find her something. So they threw in some extra stuff. It's got decent looking interior panels, black. Got a decent looking black seat. I kind of took a look at it. You know, it's just got a few extra trim pieces in here. But yeah, overall pretty happy with it. That rock back there. So this car is not going to get saved. We're going to use the quarter panels off of it. I'm going to get every piece off of it I can. But also, it's got an 8.8 rear end under it. So somebody has put an 8.8 in it. So all in all, this was a pretty good score. Pretty happy with it. Now these front wheels and tires didn't come with this car. I took them with me. Those are brand new tires. The back tires look good enough. They made the trip just fine. But other than that, I mean, I couldn't be happier with it. I'm gonna salvage everything I can off of it. Looks like they've done a little work to the radiator support. But yeah, I'm gonna salvage absolutely everything that I can off of this car. So if anybody needs a good front bumper, it does not have the headlight buckets, or whatever you want to call them, the frames. But I'm probably gonna sell the front bumper, and I'm probably gonna sell that hood for sure. If anybody's looking for anything like that, that's for sale. For the most part, that bumper looks fairly good. But this right here kills the hood. And it's, you know, I don't know if this is factory or not. It looks like a pace car hood, GT hood, whatever. I don't know if this is factory or not. It's got 3 of them right there. I'm not up to date on the earlier GTs and pace cars. Now let's take a break from the cars for a little bit in the shop here. Let's go help out a buddy. So I made this rack, and we are going to get this rear end. This rear end's got 373 gears. You see, make sure. That's kind of how this is going to Rick Stang, and it's got 373 gears in it, like I said. I put new grease in it, but it definitely looks like that gasket's leaking. So I'm gonna take that off, put a new gasket on it, and I'm actually gonna torque the inspection plate down. Now I'm gonna clean it with some power clean and probably take it to the car wash and take the quad shocks off of it, take this useless counter, whatever vibration balance or whatever it does. We're gonna remove it, and we'll load it up and put it in the back of the truck, and we're gonna go see Rick. Big Stick Stains. We are in the process of getting this rear end out. The other one's sitting out there waiting to be painted. We're gonna throw it in.
Yeah, it's fixed too.
She's out. Tell her goodbye, Rick. Tell her goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right. She's almost in there. So, pop these springs in here, hook her shocks up, then tighten up her control arms. Good. Now, whenever you do this with the stock control arms, put everything in springs, then set the rear end on the jack stands, of course. You might want to kind of push on the car a little bit to get the seat, but you don't want to tighten your bolts up until it's got all the weight on the rear end. Or if you don't, it'll twist the bushings out of the control arms of the rear end. All right, so that was Rick McStang, Big Stick Stains. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't. It's a great channel. It's got great content. He just needs to make more of it. But yeah, we got the rear end of his car that went real smooth. Took us about 4.5 hours. I just happened to have a rear end up here pretty much ready to go, 373 gears. And he just wanted to try it and see if that's what he wanted. He's convertible. We're going to rebuild the one that come out of his car. And we'll put 31 spline 5-lug axles in it. And we're going to put, obviously a 31 spline posi in it. And do a little bit of work to it. C-clip eliminators, this and that. But yeah, getting Rick going. He makes excellent progress on his car. That car's huge turnaround from the get-go. He calls it Nightmare. Check out his channel. All right, guys, so I'm going to just pill around the shop here a little bit today. No big deal. Mess with some wheels. This is how I get sidetracked. I'm going to go ahead and just throw them tires on them wheels. They belong on this car right here. And as you can see, it has 15x8s on it, but they're 5.5-inch back spacing. These are the 4.5. I just like the way they look so much better. They look really awesome on the Capri that way. And we'll get to see a better comparison. When I get these on here, get them blowed up, I'll throw them on this car, and I'm going to take those wheels and tires off, and I'm going to put them up in the other shop and get them out of the way. All right, take a quick look. Don't look too bad, actually. She's coming off. All right, there you go. Say what you want to, but that just looks sexy. Those wheels look so good. Now this axle's actually bent on this one. I noticed it when I was pulling it home. This rear end is not the one that's going to stay in here. But yeah, that looks so much better. So much better. All right, that's it for the day. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for catching up with me. I hadn't made no videos in almost a month. It's been over a month. And it's about time to get back in the groove again. Back in the groove. Feel good. Everything's feeling good. I didn't weigh, but I can tell you it's probably about 260. Didn't weigh. I got to get back on that. Starting to get my head wrapped around getting back on that again. So anyway, things are going in a decent direction. And actually, I can't tell it, but the shop's starting to look a little bit better. I'm picking up some tools and stuff. Engine sitting in the car, as you can see with the thumbnail or whatever on the video. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we got a lot in store. A lot to do. Wait. Let's just go ahead and throw this one in there too.